Hey guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and Merry Christmas one and all. Well, I say Merry Christmas because for me, that's what it feels like today, because my brand spanking new Galaxy Note 20 Ultra has just turned up in the post, and I can't wait to get it unpacked and test it out for you guys. Now, this is just going to be a brief unboxing video today, show you guys what the phone looks like. I'll also compare it against my Note 10 Plus, see what differences there are visually and things like that, have a look at the sizing and stuff between the two. Also, I'll throw in a few photos, maybe a little bit of video, but I will be doing a dedicated camera comparison test between my Note 10 Plus and the Note 20 Ultra. Along with that, I've also got these two official Samsung cases for the phone. Again, I'll be doing separate videos on those if you'd like to see them. Right, let's crack on with the unbagging and unboxing. Well, there it is, the Note 20 Ultra 5G, and I have gone for the white version, and if we just get it in the right light there, we can see it's saying N20, and we've got the white S Pen on there. Not a lot else on the box, but what I've got here is my old Note 10 Plus 5G box. Let's just have a quick look, see if there's any differences. A fraction longer for the new one and a fraction higher, just a tiny little bit. So let's grab a knife and break the seal. Right, let's get this lid off now then, and I do look forward to this bit. And there she is. Now, just quickly before I get the phone out of the box, and I'll just admit it, I've not seen this phone at all. Normally, I see them in shops like a few days before I take delivery of the phone, but this is the first time I've ever had a Note and never actually seen it in person beforehand. So this is quite exciting for me. Now, just quickly, in the lid here, we've got our SIM ejector tool as per usual, and yeah, just the paperwork there that nobody ends up reading. So let's just set that to one side. And let's get the start of the show out of the box. So we've got a little pull tab down here. Just lift her up. And there she is in all her glory. And that looks really, really nice. So let's just take the phone over to the window because the lighting is not the best there. Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks smart, that. So it's like a pearly effect, and that does look very clean and smart indeed. I'm glad I've gone for the white now I've seen it in person. I've always been a fan of white phones, if I'm honest. I've had previously white Notes and white iPhones going back many years ago. And look at the size of that camera bump. Oh my God, are you seeing this, lads? Jesus Christ, that has got a bigger rear end than Nicki Minaj. Look at it. That is a whopper. But hopefully the camera improvements will make up for that large bump on the back there. But yeah, first impressions on the looks of it, it looks very smart indeed. This camera is having a bit of a job to focus. This is the old, I say, Note 10 Plus 5G, which did have focusing issues, but this one apparently has got laser autofocus, so it's meant to be a lot better. Let's get the rest of this box unpacked then. So we have our UK power brick, which is in white, which is nice. At least it matches up with the white on the phone. We've got our charging cable there, again in white. And then we have got our wired AKG headphones, again in white. So that's nice that they have actually matched everything up with the colour of the phone this time, because I've had it in the past where they've actually bundled in like a black cable with a different coloured phone. So that is a nice little touch. Rightio then, let's take a more detailed look at the Note 20 Ultra then against my previous Note 10 Plus 5G. So looking at the back, the immediate difference there is that camera bump. As you can see, it is really big compared to the previous gen, which apart from a little raised edge was almost flush with the rest of the body. Now, the other thing that has changed this year is the placement of the buttons. Now, it seems to have now gone back to where they were originally, because there were complaints last year that Samsung moved them over to the left-hand side of the phone, as if you were looking at the screen itself, as you can see there, where now they have disappeared from that side and been flipped around to the right-hand side. So, if you just move that around there, get them lined up, and they've moved down ever so slightly, a fraction down from a previous sort of generation there. So yeah, flip to the opposite side and have moved down slightly. Moving on to the bottom of the phone, and again, biggest difference there is the placement of the S Pen. It is now moved from what was the right hand side of the phone. If I just flip them around that way like that, make it more simpler to describe. So on the previous gen, it was on the right hand side. It's now been moved to the left. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I prefer maybe where the power and volume buttons have been moved to, back to where it was before, but not the S Pen. Also, we can see there that the speaker placement has moved to the opposite side as well. So basically everything's been swapped around this year. Like I say, some for the good and some for the bad. And let's just have a look at the S Pen actually whilst we're on the subject. And yeah, we get a white S Pen, which is nice again that it matches up with the phone, because my previous version, I wasn't a fan of the colour of the S Pen, because it's blue, didn't really match up with the phone. And my daughter, whilst on holiday, decided to lose it in a shopping centre in Mallorca, and I had to go out and buy another one. Cost me an extra 50 quid, I think it was. So that was a nice experience. Moving to the top of the phones now then, and a couple of differences here. So I believe, is that another mic that was on the Note 10 Plus? Well, that, whatever that is, if it is a mic, is missing on the Note 20 Ultra, and this one just here has moved slightly to the right as you look at the phone. Right, let's take a look at the physical size difference between these two phones. So if I just put them like this and then hold it up to the camera, as you can see, there is a slight difference there in the height. That is because the screen has increased on the Note 20 Ultra. It has gone from 6.8 inches on the Note 10 Plus to 6.9 inches on the Note 20 Ultra. Moving on to the width of the devices now, and on paper I'm pretty sure it said there was no difference at all, but from what I can see there is a tiny difference between the two, with the Note 20 Ultra being, as you can see just there, ever so slightly wider. Not a massive deal, but still it is a fraction bigger. Finally, it is the depth of these two phones, and as I said, it's that camera bump that makes the difference, as you can see just there. Now, one thing worth mentioning is that I've just noticed that this phone does come pre-installed with a screen protector. I know there's been a bit of debate online to whether these do or not, but I'm pleased to say here in the UK anyway, that it does seem to have one already on the phone, which is great news. Right, I think it's time to fire up this phone for the very first time. So let's hold down that power button, see it spring into life. And there we go, the phone is all up and running, and I didn't bother boring you guys with the setup process because it's pretty much the same as any other Android phone, to be honest. And there's not really a great deal to show you on the actual phone itself. It does have a 120 Hertz screen, but I'm unable to show you that on camera. You need to see that in person. But one thing that I have noticed that I can show you guys is the hole punch up there. Now, if I show you on my previous Note 10, The hole punch is actually bigger on the old version, and yeah, they have shrunk it down for the Note 20 Ultra. So yeah, that's really good. So less of a hole to distract you. So what I think we'll do now is take the phones outside and compare the brightness of these screens. Right, so we're outside now, and I've got Spotify fired up on both of the phones, and as you can see, there is a noticeable difference between the Note 20 Ultra and the Note 10 Plus. I'll just click on this now. You can see there that is quite a bit brighter. So yeah, in harsh sunlight conditions, the Note 20 Ultra is a definite improvement over the previous generation. Right, let's test out this camera with some photos and a little bit of video. Say hello to YouTube. You're now famous, Lulu. Let's quickly test out the different angles. So if I go to the wide there, 1x, and the 5x zoom. Moving on to a few photographs now, and like I said, I will be doing a dedicated camera test with the Note 20 Ultra, and I will put it side by side with my Note 10 Plus to see if there is any camera improvements. But the small amount of photographs that I have taken so far have turned out pretty good, if I'm honest, and as you can see, get some good depth of field. And the video as well turned out pretty well, to be fair. I do like the zoom capabilities of the camera. That 5x optical will come in pretty handy, because the digital zoom on the Note 10 Plus wasn't that great, and quite often I found using that more often than not. And obviously you lose quite a bit of detail. But look at these photographs, you know, not too shabby at all. These was, like I said, just quickly taken. I wasn't really trying my hardest to extract a decent photograph out of the camera, so they probably could be improved on. But anyway, there you go. I think not a bad little batch of photographs there, just to give you a brief idea of what this camera is capable of. Well, there you have it then, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that video today, and if you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos with the Note 20 Ultra, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon, because otherwise you will not be notified of my latest uploads. So, thanks very much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on next one. Bye for now.